Hi, I would like to talk to you about something that's on my mind. One of my recent book purchases from Amazon is called a World Wisdom Bible. This is the cover of the book. I read through it a good deal of it. I thought I thought it was interesting. It's a it it's a book for people who are considering going beyond their going beyond their faith, their singular faith to to explore other faiths and just it it's got verses that are pulled from various different religious texts. It draws on ancient timeless texts from Christianity, Judaism, um, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism, Confucianism, and Taoism. This compendium of sacred texts juxtaposes seemingly divergent teachings to create a spiritual collage of wisdom that crosses religious boundaries and invites the reader to step beyond the limits of any one faith into a global spirituality. I mean, yeah, I've been basically just well, I'm basically considering exploring other spiritualities. Just not that I'm abandoning Christianity anytime soon, but just I mean, I got I got another book coming that's called The Good Book. I've already got a copy of it on Kindle, and I, and I thought it was interesting and just it's called a humanist Bible, by the way, and just this book right here is the World Wisdom Bible, which is more like an interfaith Bible, and it's got like eight chapters. I mean, chapter one is about ultimate reality, recognizing the one that is all. Chapter two is the eternal I, understanding God consciousness. Chapter three is the self or mind, awakening to your divine nature. Chapter four is the nature of wisdom, overcoming the illusion of separateness. Um, Chapter 5, Who Are the Wise? Identifying the voices of wisdom. Chapter 6 is The Way, discovering a path to wisdom. Chapter 7 is Living Wisely, dwelling in wisdom from day to day. And Chapter 8 is Dying Wisely, returning to the One. I mean, and also got like three appendixes. There's warnings from the dark side, scriptures of hate, fear, and violence. There's the 8 points of agreement, and there's also the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And it's also got sages cited, annotated, primary sources annotated, and bibliography and suggestions for further reading. So if if you're if you're interested in exploring different spiritualities, I would suggest picking this book up. Just so uh anyway, and just yeah. So is there anything else I would like to talk about today? Well, I've still been working on my Smurf. I mean, expanding on the religious texts of Smurfism. And right now I have so, something called Division of the Two Realms, as recorded in the Elder Leaves. This is generated by ChatGPT. It is said that once in the deep stillness between autumn and winter, a Smurf who had spent his life listening more than speaking walked alone beyond the farthest mushrooms. There at the edge of the forest, where the roots thinned and the sky widened, he felt Father Time grow quiet. And in that quiet the world opened. The ground before him parted, not with violence, but with unveiling, and he beheld two realms. To his right the forest continued, but brighter. Not brighter like fire, brighter like morning after rain. The trees stood tall, yet they seemed lighter, as though gravity itself had softened. Mushrooms glowed faintly from within. The river flowed without sound, yet its current sang inside the heart. He saw Smurfs walking there. They were not ghost-like, they were not distant, they were fully themselves, yet each one seemed unburdened. Those who had struggled with envy carried none. Those who had known anger bore no scars. Those who had once doubted now shone with clarity. They did not build, they did not labor, yet the land flourished around them as if responding to their presence. And the Smurf understood, Elysium is not a reward, it is harmony made complete. In that place no Smurf stood above another, no voice drowned another out, no fear shadowed joy. Mother Nature walked openly there, not as ruler but as gardener among friends. Father Time did not count the days, for in Elysium growth is no longer hurried, it simply unfolds. And every Smurf's gift, once small and fragile, now radiated like sunlight through leaves. To his left the forest darkened, not black but dimmed. The trees were twisted not by violence but by neglect. The river pulled in stagnant bends. The air felt heavy, not oppressive, but unmoving. He saw Smurfs there too. They were not chained, they were not burdened. They were not burned, but they were alone. Each wandered among shadows shaped from their own unhealed choices. One clutched resentment like a stone, too heavy to set down. Another walked in circles, replaying prideful boasts to no audience. Another tried to build towers from brittle branches that crumbled at a touch. No one forced them to remain, but neither could they see beyond the narrow paths their own habits have carved. The Smurf trembled, not from horror, but from sorrow, and he understood. Tartarus is not punishment inflicted, it is harmony refused. It is a heart turned inward so tightly that light cannot enter. Mother Nature's wind passed through that realm too, but those who would not open their hands felt only cold. Father Time still moved there, but without growth, time became weight. As division widened, the Smurf saw something more. Between Elysium and Tartarus there was no wall, no gate, no armed guardian, there was only a narrowing path. And he saw that some in Tartarus paused, some looked up, some loosened their grip on stone in pride and fear. And where a hand opened even slightly, the light of Elysium reached across the divide. For harmony, once remembered, seeks restoration. The Smurf fell to his knees. Is this the end of all things, he asked. Mother Nature's voice moved through leaves. It is the flowering of what has already begun. Father Time's whisper followed. Every day in the village shapes the realm beyond it. And the ground closed, the forest returned to its ordinary hues. But the Smurf carried the vision back to the village. He did not preach of terror, he did not threaten with darkness. He only said, guard your harmony now, for what you cultivate within becomes the landscape you will walk forever. And so it is told, Elysium and Tartarus are not distant kingdoms of reward and wrath. They are the full unfolding of the harmony we nurture or neglect within ourselves. And that pretty much brings me to the end of today's video. So, have a wonderful day, and may God bless you.